Chairman James Comer today says that the Oversight Committee, has evidence that the president in the past communicated directly with foreign business associates of his son Hunter Biden many times. Curious if the White House and the president still stand behind his comment that he's never been involved and has never even spoken to his son about his business.
So I've been asked this question a million times. The answer is not going to change. The answer remains the same. The president was never in business with his son. I just don't have anything else to add.
Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, coming to you once again from beautiful North Carolina and the Outer Banks. But wow, are things blowing up around bike ride and Biden? As you just saw there, the diversity hire Karine Jean-Pierre just shifted the goalposts. We just heard the literal epitome of absurdity from Karine Jean-Pierre, who just told us that her answer always remains the same, only to give us a fundamentally different answer. It's no longer Joe Blow Biden has never discussed overseas business dealings with his son Hunter. Now it's Joe Blow has never been in business with Hunter. The White House has just changed its official statement regarding the relationship between Joe and his crackhead son. We're going from, we never even discussed Hunter's business dealings to, well, we were never officially in business together. Now, just to give you a sense of how damning that admission was, that overt change that, of course, was preceded by the lie that Karine Jean-Pierre's answer remains the same, even though she's been asked this 1,000 times. The reason you know this is utterly devastating for Biden is because no one in that press gathering, no one asked a follow-up question on that. The original question came from Fox News, and no one else thought it curious that Biden's diversity hire just blatantly lied and changed Biden's stock answer to the question of his business dealings with Hunter. Now, they were never officially or formally in business with each other. So I guess they did, in fact, discuss his business dealings, which, of course, contradicts Biden's absolute and repeated denials in doing so. But the evidence that's been mounting up against such a denial has been significant, to say the least, and even Democrats are stepping in it. Remember last week, we saw what was perhaps the single biggest inadvertent admission imaginable that Biden was indeed involved in Hunter's illicit business dealings. This is the utterly clueless New York Democrat Dan Goldman grilling the IRS whistleblower Gary Shapley, and he inadvertently admitted this.
The
interviewing Rob Walker.
agents interviewed Rob Walker,
and they asked him about that, right?
The word big.
Right. They didn't use the word big guy, but they asked about it in reference to that text. And do you recall that Rob Walker actually said in response to that he was not aware that Joe Biden was ever a part of anything that he and Hunter were doing?
That's what the witness said, yes.
Yes. And then you describe a lunch, what we talked about earlier, where Joe Biden came to say hello at the Four Seasons Hotel to a lunch that he was having with CEFC executives, right?
That's correct.
But what you didn't talk about is what Rob Walker said the origination of that lunch was. And you testified that he said that Hunter told his dad, according to Rob Walker, quote, "I may be trying to start a company or try to do something with these guys." Now, let me ask you something. That doesn't sound much like Joe Biden was involved in whatever Hunter Biden was doing with the CEFC if Hunter Biden is telling him that he's trying to do business with them, does it?
No, but it does show that he told his father he was trying to do business, and he was talking
well,
to his
that is
father
true. Hunter Biden
about the
does
business.
try to do business. That's correct.
This clueless Democrat literally just tripped the wire on Joe Biden. In trying to grill the whistleblowers to show that there's no evidence whatsoever that Bumbling Biden was ever involved in Hunter's illicit business deals, this Democrat just got an expert witness to openly declare in sworn testimony that Bumbling Biden was indeed discussing business with his son, which Biden, of course, has always denied. It was by far one of the most damaging moments in the whole of the congressional hearings. But gang, if you thought that was bad for Biden, as of today, things just got a whole lot worse. But first, you all know of a very new and serious threat coming from woke corporations. It's called debanking, where woke banks are increasingly closing the accounts of patriots around the globe. And one of the most important areas of protest where patriots are deliberately taking their money out of these woke banks is in the massive buying spree going on currently with gold and silver, right? We saw this right after the Silicon Valley Bank collapse, where more and more investors began moving their money back to the timeless value of gold. And we got amazing friends to this channel who can help you do just that. We partner with the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco, who've helped patriots across the nation move over $1 billion into gold and silver. That's right, that's $1 billion with a B. They're absolutely amazing. Click on that link below. And for those with retirement accounts, the patriots over at Goldco are offering up to $10,000 in free silver when opening a qualified IRA account. And for cash buyers, you're going to love this. You can get bonus silver just for making a purchase. So if you buy $15,000 worth of precious metals, you're going to get $750 in bonus silver. If you buy $25,000, you're going to get over $1,200 worth of bonus silver. But that's only as long as supply lasts, so don't wait. Click on that link below. This is your opportunity to protect yourself from debanking and all this woke nonsense by guarding your assets with what patriots have invested in for centuries, the timeless value of gold and silver. Click on that link below right now. Perhaps the single most damning testimony against Sleepy Joe is coming from Hunter Biden's former business partner, Devon Archer, who's already testified before a grand jury but is scheduled to testify before Congress this week about how Hunter would, on at least a dozen occasions, call then Vice President Joe Biden during meetings with foreign business associates. One such meeting was in Dubai back in December 2015 when Hunter was meeting with executives from Burisma, the corrupt Ukrainian energy company that was paying Hunter $83,000 a month to sit on their board. They phoned Sleepy Joe and he spoke directly with these Burisma executives, at least one of which is now testifying that the Bidens coerced him into paying them $10 million, $5 million each, to stop a Ukrainian government investigation into his company. Now, this, of course, is in addition to the WhatsApp text exchange we now have between Hunter and an associate from the Chinese energy company named CEFC from August of 2017, where he claimed that he was sitting there with his father and they both wanted to understand why the business commitment that had been made had not yet been fulfilled. And of course, we've got a number of photos of Sleepy Joe with Hunter's business associates, all courtesy of from the laptop of hell. And to top it all off, we got the 10% for the big guy email, where the term big guy is used repeatedly for Sleepy Joe throughout Hunter's other emails. So obviously the walls are closing in on Sleepy Joe, which explains why the White House is now changing its tune away from, well, we've never discussed business deals with Hunter, to, well, we were never actually in business together. The walls are closing in, and unfortunately for the panicked legacy media, their worst nightmares are about to come true.
Are you ready to join the resistance? Because I'm leading a group of dedicated, courageous patriots who can lead a spearhead into the heart of the secular globalist establishment. We punished Bud Light and Target, driven CNN and the legacy media to near bankruptcy, forced BlackRock to backtrack on ESG, and now we're seeing our conservative-dominated Supreme Court ending affirmative action and protecting religious liberty. In my Insiders Club, I show you concrete steps to take locally and online that will only keep this mass uprising going until the battle is won. Don't wait. Click the link in my description below and join my Courageous Patriots Insiders Club today.